On Friday, September 24th, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas formally submitted an application to the United Nations requesting that the General Assembly recognize a Palestinian state. Abbas's speech highlighted Palestinian suffering for the past 63 years. In 1948, the settler state of Israel was established in what was then the British Mandate of Palestine, resulting in large-scale expulsions of the native population. In 1967, Israel occupied the remainder of the British-era Mandate during a brief six-day war. Since 1967, the Palestinians of the West Bank and Gaza have suffered under a continual military and colonial occupation by Israel. The continual harassment, poverty, and murders which the Palestinians have suffered under the Israeli occupation have been roundly condemned by the world. However, Israel shows no signs of relinquishing their control of the occupied territories. Every government of Israel has remained committed to keeping the territory seized in 1967. In this, Israel has been backed to the hilt by the United States. Since 1948, the American government has provided billions in military aid to Israel. American support for Israel extends to the United Nations. Whenever resolutions are submitted condemning the occupation of the West Bank and Gaza, they are generally opposed by at least two votes, the United States and Israel. In order for the Palestinians to achieve statehood through the United Nations, they would need to gain the support of 9 of the 15-member Security Council. 5 states currently have veto power in the Security Council: England, France, Russia, China, and the United States. However, only in the United States has threatened to use its veto power. The vote on Palestinian statehood is expected to be taken up later this week. If the United States uses its expected veto power, it will be further proof, if such proof actually be needed, of the reactionary stand of the United States. The United States has continued supporting a peace process which gives everything to Israel while leaving the Palestinians with next to nothing. Support for Israel is to be expected from the United States, especially considering the weakening of pro-American dictators in Tunisia and Egypt, who have been toppled in massive upheavals throughout the past year. The United States also remains bogged down in a colonial war in Afghanistan. The major pundits and politicians talk about how this vote on Palestinian statehood will affect the American image in the region. The image of the United States government is rightfully seen by the Arab world as a friend to oligarchs and tyrants. For Palestine, no justice can be found in the imperialist-supported United Nations. Rather, the only solution lies in the establishment of a single, secular, democratic, socialist state of Palestine from the Jordan River to the sea.